again with another make and take for you. This is our third project today, and I really was inspired actually by a cake that I saw on Pinterest. It was a cake that kind of was two-toned, aqua and purple, and then they had a big dragonfly on the top, and I thought, oh, that would be so cute as a curvy keepsake box. And if you saw my Facebook Live on Friday, you know how much I love the curvy keepsake box. It is a great thinlet that's been around for a while in the annual catalog, and it's easy to put together, and it doesn't hold a ton, so that way you're not spending too much money on filling it. And I have used this many times. A couple of years ago, I did a box where I cut our butterfly thinlet and put it on here like this, and I was kind of struck with, ooh, I could do that with a dragonfly also. So you can see how the dragonfly is separated between the slit on the box. All right, so this is kind of a messy project, so you'll see in a minute what I'm talking about, but hopefully we'll get it done without getting ink all over me. All right, so the first thing you're gonna need is a Whisper White thick cardstock, and you want to cut out this curvy keepsake. You want to do it 2 times, okay? Now we're also going to need, we're going to spritz this. In order to get this color like this, we're going to spritz this. And a spritzer looks like this. They come in a 2-pack, and you use your ink refill, and I filled it up to about 2/3 of the way, no, probably 3/4 of the way with alcohol. And then I just squeezed about, I don't know guys, 20-25 drops of ink from the ink refills. And I'm using Tempting Turquoise and Elegant Eggplant. So I buy these and I label them, and then I leave them in a container. I don't change the colors. I just leave them for future use. So, and they're really affordable. I think you get 2 of them for maybe like $3. So these are fun. You can also put water in them and just use it as a water spritzer too on your projects. Okay, so let me move everything out of the way. I better move everything over here. I'm also going to spritz some vellum cardstock, and you'll see why in a little bit, but I'm going to spritz those too. So you want to get some old paper, if you have grid paper, or maybe some newspaper. Another great option when doing this is to use a box lid. If you know, like a paper box that has a lid that comes off, that kind of helps keep that spray in the areas you want it. Now, my problem when I do spritzing is I do too much. So hopefully today I won't do too much. All right, so I always like to kind of give a testing spritz to see where we're going. Oh, and that one was good. So I'm about 8 inches away, and I'm just gonna spray lightly like that. And I probably did a little bit too much. Nah, that'll be okay. I wanted to leave some white at the top, and I wanted a little bit heavier on the bottom. Okay, there we go. Now let's do the Elegant Eggplant, and this is where I have to really be careful. All right, let's see if I can get this. Just, oh yeah, oh, that's probably too dark. No, I don't know. I kind of like it. Okay, so go real lightly and definitely practice. Ooh, I liked that. Just little spritz. Ah, and a big spritz. Okay, they're never the same. You never know how they're going to turn out. All right, now I'm going to take my vellum, and I'm just going to do a little bit of the Tempting Turquoise. Just a little bit. I'm going to set that over here to dry. Because it has alcohol, and I'm just talking rubbing alcohol. I don't know what percentage, you know, it's just from your bathroom, from your first aid kit, just rubbing alcohol. But because we use the rubbing alcohol, it's going to dry quickly, and you won't have to wait too long. All right, so now let's do a little bit of the stamping. I am using the Dragonfly Dreams bundle, and this is what I'm giving away also tonight with our door prize. So make sure you filled out that door prize form by the end of tonight. I'll draw probably about 10 after 9 o'clock Central Time. So make sure you've entered, and I am giving away both the stamp set and the framelits. All right, let's stamp our dragonfly. I'm going to start with the wings, and I'm going to stamp it in Cucumber Crush. And on some scratch paper, I'm just going to stamp off, get a bunch of that ink off because that's a little bit too much. Then I'm going to take my spritzer, and this spritzer just has water in it, okay? Just water. And I'm just going to spritz it a tiny bit. This is going to give us more of a watercolor look. Let me dry that off. I told you we'd get a little messy. All right, and let's stamp that right there. Ooh, I like it. It gives more, you know, like a watercolor. Looks very watercolored. All right, now we're going to take the body of our dragonfly and stamp it in Tempting Turquoise. See if I can get it lined up. And if you put a lot of, ooh, yes, that worked nicely. If you put a lot of water on here, you want to give that some time to dry. You can see I have a little bit of water there and it's smeared. But give it ample time to dry before you stamp that other dragonfly on there. Okay, so let's move all of this out of the way and do some die cutting. I'm going to move my big shot over here. And this is going to, I'm using the framelit, the open dragonfly framelit. And you'll notice I have my precision plate. That's because I'm going to use this one on this vellum that we did earlier. And I'm actually going to go see if I can get through 2 of these at once. Let's see how I'm going to arrange these on here. I think we might need to cut this one down a little bit. Like that. I didn't want it to be a whole lot of color on there. Just some spritzing. I think we achieved that. All right, line these up. And I'm going to actually run this through twice to make sure that that detailed dragonfly cuts. Now, normally it would be fine, but I'm trying to cut through 2 layers of that vellum. So that's why I went through twice. And you can look on the back, yep, and it cut out just beautifully. All right, so let's move those out of the way. Get this guy. All right, I'm going to use my die brush to get all of these pieces out, as well as get our top layer of vellum out. And there we go. All right, so let's move all this. Let's sweep it all off. Now, normally I would say to use your liquid glue to adhere all these together, but because of the video, I am just going to use glue dots. Liquid glue takes a little bit longer to dry. All right, so I'm going to attach this one, oh no, on top right here of the other vellum one. Let's get them lined up. And then, I love vellum cardstock. Isn't it pretty? Well, I should have put one there, but that's okay. All right, now we're going to put this one on top of the stamped one. I kind of wanted that one underneath. There, isn't that gorgeous? All right, now to put it on our curvy keepsake box in a minute, we're going to go around the slit of the flap, if that makes sense. So I'm going to take my scissors and just go down about 2/3 of the way like that. Okay, all right, let's set it aside. All right, while that dries, let's put our curvy keepsake box together. I'm going to take my bone folder and just kind of curl these in because I want it to be rounded. And this helps you achieve that look a little bit better. And then I'm going to fold these over like this. Now when we attach them, we need opposites across from each other. So here's the one with a slit. We want these 2 across and these 2 with the handles across from each other. And I'm just going to use Fast Fuse to put this right here. And then I'm going to pinch these 2 together and pull this one over like that and this one like that. All right, and there you have it. Now, let's stamp the sentiment really quickly. And I believe I used Elegant Eggplant. And we're going to go back to our piece over here. I should have done this all at once, but that's okay. Enjoy your special day. And bring this big guy back over. And yes, the precision plate is still on here. We'll just go ahead and use it. You don't need it for this, but it works just fine. All right, we're going to just cut out a little banner. There we go. And I think we're ready to finish off our dragonfly box. Now, one thing I want to tell you is that you want to think about the way your box opens. That whatever flap is on the top, that's where we're going to glue our dragonfly, okay? I'm going to go ahead and close it, but I just wanted you to know that make sure that you put your dragonfly there. All right, I'm going to put a few glue dots on the outside of the handle. I'm going to put one there and one there. Now you could probably use a different adhesive to make sure it stays on, but again, for the sake of the video, and we don't have to wait for all the drying time, we're just going to do it like this. All right, we've cut him in half down to about the top part of his tail, and we're going to stick that on so that they are on either side of the handle. It looks like I cut mine a little wonky, but that's okay. And then you can fluff these guys up like that. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that. That would be pretty for a baby shower maybe. I think a spring baby shower or a garden party. All right, last but not least, our Cucumber Crush Thick Baker's Twine. Because this is Cucumber Crush, we know it will be retiring, so if you like this twine, make sure you snag it up. I used 2 pieces together as one to make a double bow. And I'm going to put this here on his tail like that. And kind of fluff those up. And then we'll add in the sentiment right here. And we are done. So you can see when I open this, when the recipient opens it, they're not going to mess up that dragonfly. He's right there, and they'll be able to close him back up and keep that little box as a keepsake. All right, I hope you guys like this project. Remember, I'm giving away the Dragonfly bundle today, so enter the giveaway. And don't leave yet. I've got some more fun planned for us before the night is over. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye.